Before y'all do anything, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you rockin' with Young Dolph. Put the dolphin emoji down there. Let me know where y'all from. Let's go. Hey, welcome back to the channel, man. So, how did Young Dolph car end up at the cookie shop before it was open? The cookie girl says she went down there with the lady owner and they opened up the shop that early, 9 a.m. Even before that, they said they had people overnight packaging up the orders and the cookies like that. So who stayed overnight and how did Young Dolph know that the cookie shop was open that early? It don't make sense. When they open that early, how is it that Young Dolph just magically knows and he's the one that goes over there? That's one of the parts in the story where it's not adding up. You gotta remember, the cookie shop people's story changed multiple times. When the cookie girl came out and she got interviewed, they asked her, they said, Raven, what happened? She said it was inside the shop. They said it was inside the shop. They said the Lincoln was there, the owners were there, and everything. Then all of a sudden, all of these stories start popping up about, you know, how Dolph ended up at the cookie shop, what was going on, how did the people know his location, how did they know he was going to be there and everything like that. Then they found the video of the same cookie girl running out the cookie shop with her phone the last time Dolph was there, and they tried to catch him on camera. Somebody told them if Dolph comes up there to like record or go live or something so that people could pull up. So how you know that they wasn't going live on like a separate account or anything like that as soon as Dolph walked up in there? And this is how they figured out to know, okay, this is the spot where Dolph gonna get set up at or is gonna get left at. And this is the real thing that a lot of people are trying to figure out, because they know it could have been 10 people, 15 people inside that cookie shop. And we don't know how Dolph ended up there. They never showed the video of Dolph actually pulling up to the cookie shop, parking his car. You got to remember, every single time Dolph goes somewhere with his whole fleet of cars, the camo wrap car, it doesn't matter which one it is, he always parks backwards in. He backs into the parking spot. He's got the mirror, the cameras, and everything like that. But it's because when he leaves, he could just hop in and go straight. He doesn't have to reverse, put it in drive, look for somebody coming. It's already ready to go for him to exit. And so that's one of the things that threw a lot of people off. They're like, are you sure Young Dolph drove his car to that cookie shop? Because the way that it's parked there, and it's like not even all the way into the parking spot, it don't seem like that was Dolph doing that. And the tow truck came so quick to get Dolph's car. How did the tow truck get there and get everything out that parking lot before the ambulance or anything could come and give treatment to Dolph, man? This is how you know they already had it on go. Like, they was trying to get that car, because one thing you got to understand is in Young Dolph's car, if you really know anything about cars, anything about them vets, it's got 5 whole cameras, 4K inside that Corvette, inside Young Dolph car. Because that car, that's a fast car. They put the cameras on it, so if you take it to the track, you could actually get a whole scene and recording from you driving it on the professional track and everything like that. Them same cameras, they could be turned on whenever a break-in happens, somebody hits the car, anything like that. So this is why they need to get the footage of the actual cameras from Dolph's car. He had the dash cam, and that's why they took it so quick, because not only that, but in his trunk, in Dolph's trunk, he has that chrome heart bag. If you know anything about Dolph with that chrome heart bag, that's where he keeps all the loot. That's where he keeps all the cash. Cold hard cash, jewelry, the checks from all of his businesses. He got cashier's checks into the millions. You gotta remember, he came to Memphis at the end of the year in November when he got hit up. So he was doing his rounds with all the businesses that he had, all the properties he owned, over $100 million worth of properties and assets and everything like that. So Dolph was coming around town. He was collecting the rent checks. He was collecting a lot of the checks for the year from the investments he made from all these businesses. That's why they thought that the cookie shop might have been a stash house at first. They thought it was a safe in the manager's office that Dolph had like hundreds of thousands inside of, that he was supposed to invest and get back when he, and I guess he might have came back to collect his investments or something like that, and then that's when he ended up getting set up. And so it's something going on between the cookie shop, the people that are against Dolph, and Dolph himself. Like, it almost seems a lot of people are starting to think that the cookie shop might be in cahoots with Dolph's ops. That's how they knew to get right to that scene when everything popped off. Like, how did the people in that two-door that hopped out get there so quick? How did the people that was following Dolph at the gas station and everything know where he was going? How did they pull up on him to know that he was there? Exactly. Somebody was keeping a lot of tabs on Dolph. They could have put the air tag in his car. They could have just been following him and tailing him. They said that somebody seen Moneybagg Yo's white car, his white Corvette, following Dolph Corvette. And a lot of people don't know that sometimes Dolph got the same paint job on his Ferrari as the Corvette. And they said that when he pulled up at the gas station, it could have been the Ferrari, it could have been the Vet. But either way, it wasn't the same day. So the people who was following Dolph, they started following him from when that picture was taken at that gas station. And that's when he's actually looking into that parking lot, because he keeps seeing the same exact cars everywhere he goes. He goes to this gas station. He actually pulled in there because he seen somebody was tailing him, and so he was like, you know what, I'm going to take 3 left turns, and pulled into the gas station. If you take 3 left turns and the same cars is behind you, that's how you know they're following you. It's a giveaway right away, right there. They got caught red-handed, and that's when you're supposed to basically lose them. You got to shake them, basically. You got to make it so they can't keep up, and they have to catch up and make it so that you lose them completely, man. This is the one thing that people got to understand. Dolph has security, but his security was nowhere to be found, man. If you really look at all the pictures through Dolph pages or any of the things from the past, he always got security. He has security with a PRE shirt. He got 2 big bodyguards, but sometimes they're there, sometimes they not there. And so a lot of people are wondering, where were they during the whole entire thing? Because the only person that people seen Dolph with was with his brother. And at that time, his brother was basically acting as a security guard. He had something in his backpack he was trying to get out. As soon as he was inside the cookie shop, and as soon as he seen things and heard things popping off, he ducked down and ducked and tried to get in his bag. But he kept trying to assemble the whole thing that he had, the Draco. And by the time he ran out the front door and tried to get back on the dudes who's driving away, the getaway car is leaving the parking lot about to go on the main street, and Young Dolph brother is chasing him down the sidewalk with the Drake, spraying the whole city into the open air, spraying down the sidewalk into the streets. There's people walking over here and there. That's why they got him. When y'all seen the people, the 12 and everything, respond to the Dolph scene, and they pulled up to the cookie shop, they talked to the owner. The owner was there back and forth. You seen him hop out the Lincoln. He was going back and forth. He was like on the phone. He didn't know what to do. Then they asked him, they said, who was the other dude running with the dreads with the Draco in his hand, spraying? That's when they say, yeah, that's this dude. He was trying to help Dolph or whatever, right? But then because he sprayed into the open area and the dudes was getting away, that was where anybody could have been hit. Anybody was at risk. And that might be the real reason why they actually took him in, because they realized that he fired back. But because he fired back and he was still on the scene, they had to take him. That was the only person that was really involved in making the pops go off like that. And so they took him in so that he might know the people that did this, and they were trying to get him to say, okay, do you know who it is that came up and tried to do this to y'all? Do you know who the people is that was in the white two-door? Exactly. So they were trying to like break down if he had any type of knowledge about the people. Like a lot of people, they know who they ops are. They know who's the person that's coming after them. 9 times out of 10, you already know who it is that's supposed to be the one that's gonna do anything. If you already feuding with somebody, if you already got beef with somebody and they tried you 2 other times and everything like that, then you know for sure who it is, especially if it happened in your own city like that. Because if Dolph's supposed to be the king of Memphis, the only people that really got the motivation to take him out is his ops and all that stuff. And you know, whoever they decide to take down when it's all said and done for all of this, at the end of the day, they already probably knew that that was going to be the person, because you could see it coming from a mile away. People already knew that, oh yeah, these people got a problem with Dolph. It's already been history behind them. It's already been this and that. That's why a lot of people think that they say, oh, the dudes from CMG, oh, Yo Gotti, Moneybag Yo, and them, because that was the only people that was really hating on Dolph at the time. So that's why everybody started looking at them. And then not only that, but because the people that start getting locked up all got a connection leading back to Dolph's ops, basically. And the dudes who get locked up, they drop songs the next day after they get locked up dissing Dolph with his ops. So it's right there in front of everybody's face. They basically self-snitching on themselves, saying, yup, they did it or something like that, because they putting it in their songs. They hanging around the people that is looking at it being involved, Big Jook, Govan, all of them. And they driving in the cars, the Bentley and everything. A lot of people were seen in that same Bentley that drove by the Dolph scene. And a lot of people were seen in a lot of the other cars that was following Dolph. So at the end of the day, people in Memphis really know what went down, who's the good side, who's the bad side, who did what. It's because everybody was telling on themselves. They were snitching on themselves, dry snitching, basically turning themselves in almost for the whole thing, like how Black Youngsta turned himself in for the 100 shots back then. And so this is why all of that needs to stop, to where they shouldn't be dissing Dolph. They should have left him alone. Everything that's happening is karma from the situation. And basically, they're going to get the justice for Dolph. And so stay updated for this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.